time, and you organized the information very well on paper. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Do you know organized?
Organize 是组织，我们的组织 organize。
And I think we had fun tonight watching you, and I think you had fun participating. And that is a lot of what this is about, to enjoy yourself. You want learning English to be, not to be such a chore, but to be able to have some enjoyable times with your English. And I think sometimes my husband and I, we listen to people speaking English and we don't understand anything. We are waiting for a word to take a hold of, and maybe we can guess. But sometimes we can't figure anything out. But you are far beyond that. Most of you, I think you are far beyond that, and your pronunciation is recognizable to us. Some are better than others. But I think I want to encourage you to continue. You have a very, very good foundation, and more so, you have a working vocabulary. Yeah, and on top of it, you're learning difficult terminology. Your company's terminology is not easy language, and I commend you on that also. Thank you for including us.
Thank you. Okay, so Douglas, please give us some feedback. Thank you.
Well, as I mentioned before, you know, to learn another language is something that's very, very challenging, because in any language you have so many words that you have to learn, and of course when we're speaking, we will, as my wife mentioned, you will have a more easily understood vocabulary. But then when you go into special terms like you have for your company and the different machinery that you are trying to sell, you have to have, you know, this special technical language, so to speak, and so that's good. And as I think as my wife also mentioned, your pronunciation, we can, and it really helps to know, to have what you're going to say down, and it helps us to follow that, and it helps us to understand, and this, as was already said, you've organized this, and that's very good. Your little skits, the two girls here, the different ones here, and their presentation was excellent, and to know, you know, for example, when someone comes and asks about your business, and you don't know exactly what they're going to ask you, and so it's a very difficult thing for you to prepare. But as you have a common knowledge of the English language, then that helps you to be able to get your point across to them. And I'm thinking that you have a very good foundation. We've spoken to a lot of Chinese. Of course, my wife only speaking mainly English. We've met a lot of Chinese, and but those that are like you, that have studied and have put forth a real effort, you're going much higher than the normal Chinese do in their vocabulary and being able to express themselves and get across what you mean to us. Your contents is very good. Gestures, pronunciation. Of course, all of us on different things can improve ourselves. You know, there's nothing wrong with, sometimes you have a little problems with the pronunciation. That's to be expected. That's to be expected. Because you do not speak English every day 24/7, we say. Of course, no one would anyway, but so you don't have the opportunity to use your English as much as other people that, and so I think you're doing very, very good. And so your pronunciation, it's coming along. Performance and the way that you've organized your skits, I think it was very good. You got across what you were trying to get across to us, and we're listening to the English, so we understood what you were saying. So we